And now we have James Lyons tackling the topic of social norms. James.
It is those times where we lie awake at night, kept warm by the weight of a blanket, and encompassed in a realm of darkness that we realize we are alone. Those times when the silence screams at us from every corner, only to be broken by slight whiffs of wind or the creaking of a floorboard that really should be silent. These are the nights that people fear, the nights of sleeplessness, the nights of endless torment as the clock ticks by. Because these are the nights that we face only the one person none of us dare to confront. These are the nights that we face ourselves. Everything that we successfully bear away about ourselves during the day resurfaces on these nights. Thoughts and thoughts and thoughts, without even the slightest of action. An internal battle between that person you pretend to be and who you really are. During the day, the sun shines on us like a spotlight for our grand performance. We go about acting, hiding our bitter discontent behind a series of smiles and false gestures. But I tell you to give up. You must shed your costume, walk off the stage, and forget that part that society says you are to play. For this is the time of true individuality. We are not people, but individual persons, and we must realize that we have a false security within the rules and regulations we despise so much. This is the time to break them. In the quiet and comfort of your own home, you may dare to question, dare to think, dare to be different. Let question upon question flow through your mind. Who am I? What is my purpose, and why am I here? These are the questions that countless people will try to answer for us throughout the day, but they cannot. We must answer these questions truly for ourselves, because at the end of the day, when the world around us enters into a silent slumber, we are left with nobody but ourselves. One night, in the midst of all this silence and loneliness, I dare you to go outside and look up. Stare off into the stars. Let them carry you away to places unimagined, and let them bring peace and comfort to your soul. But I want you to remember that what you're looking at may or may not even still be there. Remember that these stars are just rays of light, the source of which may have burned out millions or billions of years ago. And I want you to realize just how alone we are. Standing here on the edge of this planet and looking out into the vast emptiness of space, where not even our closest neighbor supports life, we are alone. And yet, through all this loneliness, there is hope, there is beauty, there is life. This small world we live in is exotic, unique, and unlike any other. We are unlike any other. We have life. Flowers bloom in every color, and mountains reach the skies. Water flows through oceans, rivers, and even through our homes. We are capable of music, producing the right set of notes so that our brains will actually reward us the same way it would reward us for certain drugs. We are advanced and we are suffering. There is so much around us, so much to lie in awe about, and we worry with false human constructs. We are told when we must wake up, where we must live, the job we must have, and just in general what we must do. And even if one of us is lucky enough to find someone who makes us feel no longer alone in this world of loneliness, we are told who we must love. Here we are stranded on a lifeless void, floating through space, and there are people trying to make us just the same. We humans have built up more than just the walls that hold up our schools and houses. We have built up the walls that confine our souls. We have developed what we consider societal norms, and they dictate every single aspect of our lives. As children, they say that our favorite color should be this one or that one, and they determine what our favorite toy is supposed to be. As we go older, they demand that we go to school, get straight A's, and go off to college. But who says that the scholar is better than the artist? The scholar has read all of the books, but when is the last time they have written their own? Why do parents push their children to becoming doctors or lawyers or going off into the business world? Why can't someone aspire to be a chef or a painter? This all stems from the fact that we've placed so much value and worth on a piece of paper. We can determine the cost of our cars, houses, and other personal belongings, but what is the value of happiness? Is having that job that society declares proper really worth yours? I know that my value as a human being is not determined by how many pieces of green paper I have in my pocket. Our chances at happiness are plagued by greed, deceit, and the wishes of others. We are labeled, defined, marginalized, and told we are a certain way, but we're not. I am me and you are you. We are not the same. We group people based on the color of their skin, the size of their wallets, and the persons of their interest. We group people based on what they wear, where they come from, and how intelligent we may think they are. They actually collect data on how well each race scores on standardized tests. But last time I checked, the color of my skin has nothing to do with my intelligence. Your groups do not matter, they do not define me. I can be one and I can be the other, for the pursuit of happiness is an inalienable human right. We must no longer let the words of the commanding brain drown out the ever so faint melodies of our hearts. We must stop and we must listen. For if we are ever to truly reach the height of human civilization, then each and every one of us must be able to live true to our hearts. And perhaps then we could actually refer to our lonely existence as living.